So okay, basically, this is what we doing, y'all. You're gonna get the shit that I already do. Let's go through. Let me show you something. I want to show you something, baby. So there's these, right? Can you see the times on them at least? 22 minutes, 11 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 13. All of these, all of these. If I just randomly click one, boom, let's see. We were talking. So, I'm feeling good, like I should. Went into a walk around the neighborhood. Very Naomi coded song. I just listened to a reading and quite literally sounded like exactly what I said I needed in a partner. Oh, not too much. It's 111 as well. This has been happening more often than not. When I leave somewhere and when I start something, it's literally like on time, divine time. And that just to me just is like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, babes. I'm right where I'm supposed to be at. Okay? And each one obviously represents something different. 111 to me is just it's me getting insight that I am actively activating something and I'm like pouring into it. So like when they talk about manifesting, like, baby, you're hot right now. It's hot. So yeah, so I wanted to record this because, and I was showing that because that's what I do. That's what I do. I run my mouth to myself. I run my mouth to others, and I run my mouth to myself again. And when I say run my mouth, baby, what comes out this mouth quite literally be changing people's lives. And I also get scared. I'm just saying things because that's what I'm doing. I get scared when I articulate things like that. Because I literally can feel how someone can receive that because of the world, like because of the way the world is, because of the state of the world. And I literally am like, no, like, guys, no. Like, I'm just speaking. And I was crying last night about how exhausting it is operating in this paradigm when so many people live in the other one. So I believe that for so long, theory time, I believe for so long, people operated with the human, right? It's a birdie right here, looking in the crib. Hi. So for a long time we operated, and I'm gonna say we. I'm a human too. With the vessel, and you know, the way that 3 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. The way that we are created is with a vessel. So we have a brain. We've been able to study. We've been able to study and understand the functions of our human vessel, but also like how that functions. So we studied the body and then understood how the body works. And then now that we know that, we then take that and apply it to life. So that's like psychology, right? You study the behavior of the body and the experiences that human is having. What we've left out, though, is the other word. The other word. You know what it is? You know what it is? Being. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When I think about my experience as Naomi, I'm just here being Naomi in this lifetime. And I go back yonder and I think about myself, as I do often. because I'm my favorite thing to study. I think about how much of a being I always have been. How I was always being. In fact, I'm going to pull up a definition for you. It's very simple. That's why I want to pull it up. Being, existence, the nature or essence of a person. Verb, be, to exist. So, mind you, being is be, right? It is be, but it is active. So we have ing. You become the being. You are participating. Let's go back. The nature or essence of a person. So your essence is actively participating with your humanness to then go give you experience. So when I thought about the fact that people forgot their essence, nobody's being, they're just humans, well, we could see how things could go wrong, right? Because you're operating a vehicle without alignment. So where are you going? You're operating a vehicle with a leaky engine, or well, I don't even know, bad analogy. I don't know nothing about cars. I'm just trying to give you something to hold on to. You have peanut butter and no jelly. You also have no bread. Hot, no dog. Wait, hot dog, no bun. And babes, you're not getting very far. You're not getting very far. And the gag about that is it's because of how the human functions. So because of how our brain functions, if you are not believing, which, let's look up believing, because I have my own definition for it, which I understand as like, let me just look it up, child. So don't take my word for it. Let's take our word for it. So, believe. Accept something as true, feel sure of the truth. Hold something as an opinion, think, or suppose. So that's the second one. So we are going to say accept something as true, feel sure of the truth. So let's define truth first before I get into this breakdown. Truth. Okay, can I get true? Let's go to true. Let's do true. In accordance with fact or reality. I could keep picking up things to define. Accurate or exact. Okay, that's true. One more thing. We're going to look up reality. Reality. The world or state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. The state of quality of having existence or substance. The state or quality of having existence or substance. So, that's reality. True is in accordance with the fact or reality. So, in order for something to be true, it has to have existence or substance. Does that word existence sound familiar? It sounds familiar, right? Hold on, going back to it. Being, existence. So, baby, you're not real. You're not real operating your humanness. Reality is not able to be true, which means it's not reality, unless you are existing. And you cannot exist as a human. You can only exist as a being. Is this resonating? If you are solely a human, let me look up human. How did I forget that? child. It's gonna take me in a spiral, child. Yeah, here come the evolution warriors, child. Human. Relating to or characteristics of people or human beings. The human body. A human being, especially a person, as distinguished from an animal in science, an alien. I have so many things that I want to say, but I want to stay in a pocket. Baby, the only thing that makes you different from a dog, the only thing that makes you different from a dog, the only thing that makes you different from a cow, the only thing that makes you different from a fucking fish is not your humanness alone. A human is actively another animal that exists, that participates, that experiences all of the things, including the animals. So it experiences itself. I'm a human experiencing my being. Excuse me. I'm a being experiencing my human. That's what I want to say. A dog is a dog. A dog is obviously experiencing being a dog, but it cannot articulate what that experience is. It cannot tell you and express its experience. Obviously, it can communicate because all things communicate in their own way, but it cannot articulate. It does not have access to it doesn't have a human brain. So you are a part as a human, but you are only, is that the trash man? I live in Philly. Whoa there. Hold on. I can't see. Oh my God. Why'd I do that? Oh God, it scared me. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God, oh God. There we go. Oh my God. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. Not gonna lie. Okay. Excuse the noise. Point is that, because it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock. The point is that you, we are supposed to be being. We're supposed to be experiencing. Doing is not experiencing. Doing is humans. Dogs fetch bones. Fish eat other fish and other things. Okay? They do the thing. They procreate. They're doing the thing. That is the human in you. The human is sent to do what is supposed to be telling. Excuse me. I want to say telling. What's supposed to be operating that vehicle is your essence, your soul. They won't use a word like that because then it's like, oh, that's spiritual. And the gag is, baby, is you're not spiritual, babes. You are a soul. You are a light. You are an entity. You are an essence operating the human. Are you a car, or do you go get in your car? Are you the car, or are you operating the car? It is extremely vital for you to understand that you encompass many things, that you are two things in tandem that have to be in tandem. And yes, baby, there is a how. I don't understand how you could think that the ocean exists. Firmament or not, Could you make it? Like water? Like all of the components that make up what we're experiencing, how you could be so smart enough to understand it, to learn its function, but not smart enough to understand its origin because, well, maybe you came after it. Maybe you came from it. Maybe you are experiencing itself and you may not know how it happened, just like you don't remember your birth. But I digress. I won't take it there because that is exactly why your life the way it is. Because you think you need to know things about the human portion of you, because that's the human, that's the brain. The brain has to understand. It's how it works. It responds and codes. I'm moving my hands around. There's a lot happening in my body right now to allow my hands to speak with me. My brain knows that I speak with my hands because it helps me to channel. It helps me to flow. I'm not telling my brain every time I move my hand, move your hand, move your hand, move your hand, move your hand. I'm not saying it, but my human vessel is operating. Because there are two things happening right now. I am a human being right now. And you are experiencing what that looks like. So when I meet people, when I speak to people, when I ask a text in the morning to my people, like if I said nothing at all, what do you experience? My essence, my energy is always present. And because many people are seeking to be experienced through experiences, they are completely missing the point. You're operating like an animal. You want to go to the park to fetch, to experience. You can have an experience simply by existing. Animals don't control their breath to ease their mind and go into meditative states unless it's in alignment with their natural origin. The only thing I know that does that is a human. And it does that to respond to whatever it is that you say. So you are naturally a creator operating when you are in your essence. Let's look up creative. Shall we? Creative. Relating to or involving the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. A noun. That's the adjective, a noun. A person who is creative, typically in a professional context. Okay? So I do this thing with definitions where I like to get the root, as you saw me earlier doing, all the additional, like, typically in professional context, especially in the production of an artistic work. That's not the definition of it, bro. The definition is relating to or involving the imagination or original ideas, period. Especially, typically, no, there's no typical. You being typical is that's literally how the system works. It's telling you, it's going also, but yeah. And you can, because you do, it's orchestrating you. But that's another conversation for another time. Relating to or involving the imagination or the original ideas. You want to know how you experience your essence? Through your imagination. It is the thing that tethers you to God. It is the thing that relates your soul essence, what you feel, to what you see, because that is how we are here to experience Earth. Not only is it how you're experiencing Earth, but it is your makeup. It is the energy that you operate in, whether that be a light, an orb, an aura outside of your vessel. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about a human alone. You don't need to worry about a being alone. But you need to understand both, because you are here to operate in balance, in tandem, in both of the things. Because if you do not hold your humanness and your beingness, you are out of alignment with what? Your makeup, your design as a human being. Your design is not a being alone in this form. Your design is not a human alone in this form. Your design is a human being. Notice how when I look up definitions, there are additions to definitions to shift how you're perceiving yourself, because someone else knows what it is that I am communicating with you, and that person also understands the power. Let's look up power. The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. The capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events. Power. Those are both nouns. When you do not know, you are in a deficit. When you do not know, knowing is not, I'm going to just keep with the definitions so y'all can understand. Knowing, showing or suggesting that one has knowledge or awareness that is secret or known to only a few people. Done in full awareness or consciousness. I get so emotional around this point. Because, baby, it is your birthright. It is your whole point. It is exactly why you are here. Not in purpose, but in makeup. The desire to know why your human is human will keep you in cycles. And because the human brain is wired to help you facilitate those things, because it is systematic, it is set up to respond to your questions, to your prompts. It is set up to provide you the knowledge and knowing. But knowledge does not stop at knowing does not stop at knowledge. Knowing is an awareness of the experience as well. Once again, it is the human and the being. You're unable to operate in alignment with yourself. And alignment to me is purpose, is mission, is creativity. It is the creative. Like when you are in alignment, you are able to do the things and be the things. Alignment is authenticity. Alignment is your starting place. And it is your path. Now, could that path look various? Yes. Because that is where you start to play. I want to make a visual of this. What can I use? I don't know. But you get to this place. This is alignment. This is your starting place. Did you come into the world in that space? More than likely, yes. But let's say you didn't. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, because at any any point, you can choose to get to this point. You can choose to activate your human being. You can choose to become the experience, to participate. You can start the game. You can serve. You can serve. You can begin. It only happens when you are in alignment with what? You. Astrology created time. Time as you know it today, 24 minutes and 48 seconds, 1:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 8th, 2025. Astrology, the study of this experience, gave an illusion that created structure, that created systems, that provided control, and provided also power. Because it is someone else's birthright to be in authority. It is my birthright to be in authority. I'm aligned with authority. That's why I speak like this. That's why I act like this. This is natural for me. This isn't natural for everyone. I'm not reading anything. One of my girlfriends yesterday was like, so you just talk? Yeah. I just press record. In fact, when I do try to practice, when I do the whole setup and all that shit, that throws me off. That's not natural for me. That's not aligned for me. It isn't my sweet spot. Now, should I work on in the future how to find a ritual, a process, a routine for me to do that in different spaces? Absolutely, sure, whatever. Do I have to? No. No, I don't. Is that another opportunity, another experience for my aligned path? Yes. And I want to make sure that we are understanding that alignment to me is the root in the tree itself. Excuse me, better analogy. It is the garden. It is not one tree. Let me say that. Alignment is the garden. Okay? Alignment is the garden. And within that garden, there are opportunities, various trees, various fruits. All the things you could want. And that want is, when you are aligned, your wants are aligned to your desires are aligned to your alignment. Trying to find a better way to say that without saying alignment again. But everything is working in tandem. Okay? And so when you are utilizing your truth, the same way the astrology operates, the same way that the energy and the potency, the sun does not question. It just is. The earth evolves, Luna shows up, Jupiter be over here, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, everybody just doing what they do, providing the energy, providing whatever residual effects you have by showing up. They do not question. The grass just grows. The rain just falls. If mother needs to shake off some fleas, she shakes. She does not question. She want to send a tsunami, the tsunami is sent. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am, wham, pam. That is how you respond. That is your role as a human being. You are on earth. Please operate accordingly. Please operate accordingly. How do you start? I got you. I believe that if you are not ready, which you will know if you're ready to get into like astrology, human design, all that stuff, you don't need to worry about that. Because I didn't start with that shit either. I didn't even know about it. I didn't know about it. I learned about human design 3 years ago now. Astrology, around the same time. I learned about astrology first. Okay. I will tell you that those things are tools, and there's loads of tools, and they will definitely be blessings, okay? Because they help the human in you. They help you to understand the knowledge behind your essence, okay? Then you are aware of your essence, and you can move accordingly. When you are moving in tandem with the cosmos, with the sun, with Luna, with all these bigger energies that literally are causing erosion in tides. Luna literally creates tides and the waves in the ocean and all that shit. That's Luna. Baby, you think that's not pulling on you? Little old you? Be fucking for real. You walk outside, your skin tone changes because the sun said so. Be fucking for real. I need you to get with the program. I really need you to get with the program. So, if you want to get with your program, because the program is your program. The thing about this, and I want to make sure I make this very clear, your mind is going to immediately go. You think about manifestation, you think about astrology, you think about witchery, witchcraft, you think about your religion. Or you could be thinking about manifestation. You think about money. You think about how you want to make money. How you want to manifest $1 million. How you still come back to this human shit is my whole point. Everything that you think of now, when I would say something, you go to the human. You go to the human. You go to the human. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start with the human in you. Hello, hi. Yes, it's okay. I will meet you wherever you're at. So how do you do that? Well, you operate like a human. How do you communicate? Right, you speak, you talk, you converse. So you can choose how you want to do that. You could open up your phone, you could talk. You could open up a voice memo, you could talk. You could write it down. I believe in writing. You're going to speak. And when you start to speak, you're not going to worry about making sense. In fact, you're going to call it a brain dump. You're going to vomit on the page shit like chocolate milk stars, basically melatonin, the water. Did I have to like the chicken in the fridge? Damn, the sky is really beautiful today. Wow. You're going to vomit. What are we doing right now? We are going to start to clear out the fucking gunk. You cannot see yourself, hear yourself, think about anything. Your being is so fucking far over there in your mind that it is floating in the cosmos. It is not even you don't even feel that shit because you are so distracted. There's so much taking up. Your brain is overdrive. It's working in overdrive that you're constantly stimulated with things like this: conversations, hanging out, alcohol, sex, drugs, money, work. You're constantly working. We need to slow it down. Bring it back. And we're going to start by participating. I'm not telling you to stop going out. I don't have to tell you that. You'll get there. And when I say go out, you are going to get to a place where you need to be isolated. And it is going to happen in the way that it does. I promise you, everything will just flow. It just happens. The same way that the sun just rises. It never even sets. It just goes around, come back to you, Bookie. The way that things just are is exactly what will happen in your life, but you have to create space for it because you have taken up that space. You have filled in, because the thing about the human experience is I felt like I'm getting clammy with this. The thing about humanness, what the hell, is it requires balance. That is why you have all of these systems that make up your body. You have a nervous system. You have heart regulation. You got oxygen. You got brain, different parts of the brain, different veins and shit, nerves connected to the brain, connected to the spine. The spine keep you standing up. You got to walk. If your leg is messed up, it might be messing up your hip. If your hip is messed up, it might be messed up because of your liver or your kidney. Everything. I went to the chiropractor. She said, well, I got to do this because of this. And then when I connect that, when I hit that, I go to the acupuncturist too. Same thing. If I say my ankle hurts, she might be on my left arm. Because it's systems. It's a balance. It's literally like I pull this moves up. I pull that, it moves up. The body, the human, works that way. So you have to meet your vessel and operate as a human, because you're about to, when you begin to be again, when you get in alignment with your truth, you are going to be operating this vehicle. So you need to clean out the car. You got maggots and shit in it. You've been picking up people's trash. If you're from Philly, you get it. It's funny. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say today. I'm actually going to upload this on YouTube right now because I don't even got time for myself to be saying I'm not going to upload it. And share some more of this. Thank you, God. One last thing. When I say God is obviously a religious term. I have a religious background. I do not operate in any religion. I say source and God very interchangeably. I also say spirit. So I talk to so many different people that are so many different walks of life. So I use these terms interchangeably. All that means is that it is the greater thing. When you have access to your being, and when we talk about this spirit and this essence, it is a part of the cosmos. When you are not in your vessel, you do not die. The vessel does. Okay? And it doesn't really die, it just dissipates back into wherever the fuck you put it, because why not? But also, let's say it dies. It's not here anymore. It's gone. But you do not die. You move on. And that moving on is wherever you decide to go, whatever you decide to do, however you decide to experience it, because that is the whole point no matter what. The only reason why you become a human is to experience Earth. It's the only way you can if you want to actively participate. Because if you come as an animal, you are limited. When you come as a human, it is another hybrid, okay, a different version of an animal. We already went over that. Okay, so I'm going to let that rock. But the God portion is you're a part of God. So all of us and all of the things collectively make up this energy. It's a bigger ball. So when I am praying to God, or speaking to God, or speaking to guides, whatever. Even when you do tarot, like it's all energy, and they're all extensions of God. It's just showing up in different forms. When we are here on earth, we are limited to responding in the way that humans do. Once again, we are in balance. You are in check. You are checked and balanced by your experience in your vessel. So if you are here operating as such, because you are here operating as such, you're a human, okay? You have to move accordingly. The same way that the ocean can't just jump up and be like, okay, I want to be a human today. It's there. The ocean is alive. It's a living organism, but it is a part of the ocean. Water is water. It is not me. It is a different representation of God. Same thing with the trees. Same thing with even our technology. It is a different expression, and it continues to evolve. And as it's evolving, we are a part of that. But if you do not check yourself, you going. Yeah. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna let that rock. We'll chat whenever I want to chat again. I know that this resonates with who it needs to. I am sending that out. I am very excited that you sat here and watched this. I am extremely excited for you to get started on your journey. And I love that you sat through this and you learned. Keep yourself open. Keep yourself aware. Make sure you do your homework. I want to see you writing. I want to see you talking to yourself. And I want to see you clearing that out. We will be back. If you want to work with me, there will be an opportunity to do that very, 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 very soon. But if this is all we do together, I promise I will still help change and get you back to yourself.